our new toy for you.
Yours? Are you talking about your carrier?
No, I know you saw the carrier.
Oh, am I thinking you got one? You got one of them. Friend call it one time.
Oh,
Call
no,
it the
vacuum-
sand.
Vacuum cleaner. Vacuum. It's a Hoover. It's a Hoover.
Very fitting.
And you can even Kirby.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
Kirby? No, come on. Look how
Yes.
big it is. It's more like a Hoover.
Kirby, no, Kirby is so much better.
Better.
If you don't know,
I agree.
name it Kirby.
Really?
I'm so
Okay.
lost with you.
Oh no, he's funny. She's gonna have to go to the corner if you don't know why he named it Kirby.
Oh yeah, I have to think about it. I have to look at it from the side. You're right.
Yeah, it's thick with 3 C's.
Yeah, as soon as I look from the side of it.
That's actually that is a special container on there. That is not the normal one you find on them. This one holds a good bit more. Very expensive.
Ooh. You guys have been putting in some work.
A bit. Just a little bit. Stay busy.
No, but you know what though? Just because it is, I think that slow and steady wins anything other than rushed or too early, too much. You just don't want to wear people out, you know? One
Very true.
little bit at a time.
Best part is this was taking our time. Everybody's focused and they keep themselves. What the hell did you do?
It's okay. It's fine.
All right.
Fine. I'm okay. I just got hot a little bit.
But yeah, I don't think any of us were going overboard. I think that there are just enough of us that like to keep ourselves busy that unfortunately the call for aluminum goods has not been as loud as we would have hoped. So we've been keeping ourselves occupied with something else
That's
that may benefit us. If the aluminum doesn't come calling, then well, go where a different voice could be heard. On aluminum,
Like-
we'll find some way to take care of the family.
Of course. I mean, you gotta have, I don't know, depending on how many plans you want to have, you at least gotta have like 2 or 3 of them, you know? Because it's just.
True. I'm just surprised that there hasn't been as much of a need for it as we thought. Like everything, even this here, this required a good bit of aluminum to get to the point to where this was capable.
Of course. I don't think people put all right. Doing my services so far, I don't really have much need for Solari. But it's trying to do a start off point, exactly needing something from somebody. You're establishing a whole system that nobody really knows yet. So it's basically trying to. You don't want to ask for too much. You don't want to ask too little where you still value yourself. But then you also don't want people to turn away from you. Sometimes whenever you try to
Sure.
work out a deal with somebody, they don't know how to work that deal out with you. So it just becomes like very two awkward parties just trying to figure it out. So that's today I've been sitting at my desk at my base, just trying to figure out kind of a straightforward thing just to help people kind of get their footing on like what I would want as a repair for their vehicle instead of Solari. And it's I kind of just settled on what I've always done as a scrapper, but that's just me. I required probably like enough to make the parts of an engine, right? Walk away is asking that, but it's not. So I'll give you an example. A Scout Ornithopter, if I repair it, it's mostly like, especially if it's a one-time job and I have to travel out to get it, it's like me asking for spare parts, because if I break it down, I'm going to understand how to break it down a little bit better than them. They're just going to give me parts. It's going to be like what I asked you for, is like pumps or anything like that. If it is assault, I ask for other things. So it's just between you and me that I don't ask for nothing for you guys, because the pleasure of you guys' company. Like, you know, something here and there, but think
And
you
like I
guys are more
told you,
valuable.
if you have need of anything, we're happy to help. That's also the way I do things. In similar like mind, rather than telling you that I will pay you 5,000 Solari per vehicle or 1,000 Solari per vehicle, trying to figure out what's the right price. I find out what it is that you need, and I offer you what it is you need in return for your services, rather than putting a coin price on it.
Of course.
I do have a couple of people that I've offered our services to, and I simply tell them there are things that are more valuable to me than Solari. While the Solari is always a possibility, and I'm more than happy to do business for Solari, there are other things I find more important. One of them is information. You bring me information that I can use that's helpful to this family and what we do. I will consider that currency. And very well possible that if you need our trade, if you need our goods, a perfect example, let's say we were providing you with an entire ornithopter, brand new, nice and shiny. May not have to pay a cent for it. Literally, you bring me something that I find useful, and if it's useful enough, well, debt cleared.
Yeah, of course.
A few people that were interested. One of them, we've already come to an agreement, but the difficult part is getting people to actually seem to come and inquire. We've been out and about and word out at the trade posts and everything we could do. And beside yourself and members of the consortium, don't believe we've had anybody come by looking for our services, have we? Not that I can
Not as
remember.
of yet, unfortunately, yes.
It's been very surprising. They do equal what? They do aluminum as well? Or vehicle parts, right? It's just surprising. I figured it was something that absolutely people would want to take advantage of, not having to put the time and the effort out there to gather all the aluminum and then to fabricate it into whatever it is they need. I figured time is a valuable theme. People would recognize that, but either it seems that plenty of other people are capable, or for whatever reason, they just haven't found their way over.
News travels at the speed of smell. Sometimes when you live so
It
far
seems that way.
apart.
We put word in with Chum, we put word in with IDF, or IJE, whatever their initials are. We put banners up at the trade posts. So information should be out there. That's why it sort of puzzled me. But as I said,
Yeah.
if there's no need for the aluminum, we'll find something else that is needed. We all know, well, that's what this right here is for. World can't seem to run without its spice. So if aluminum is not needed, spice is an alternative.
What you got to do? I understand that. Like most days, it's trying to go to other seachers to tell people about me, but sometimes I don't get a lot of business, but it's just, it is what it is. You just got to take it day by day on what you got to change or add,
Very true. Whatever it is, we'll manage. You always do. Yeah. Good thing. You have a family to depend on. Everybody works together. Regardless of what it is, we'll get it taken care of. And let the sands do you in.
I mean, also, you have really sparked my interest about like the information part. I did some work today for somebody that was quite surprised, just because I did need a little bit of Solari, and the fastest place I could get Solari was the fort on Bastion Hold. So I just gave him hand scanners and some welding tools. He gave me 20,000 Solari for, just 24 tools. I went there and she hired me today, not as being part of the Imperium, but just like going every other week there to touch up their vehicles. So, something to do, honestly. And also, I'm just curious. Curious on how things are run. It seemed real quiet there. Said it's like quiet there too. That mostly the fort doesn't really have services because really nothing to enforce. More like it's very slow to enforce.
Yes, but I believe they also need their troops. From what I understand, the whole debacle they had with the imposter, something happened to a large number of their forces, and they are now trying to re-strengthen what they have. I don't know exactly what that entails, but I do believe that the manpower that they intended to have, well, they're awaiting reinforcements.
I
imagine not much they do have to do. And I would imagine most of what they're going to do is going to end up being not at home.
Yeah. No. I don't know. Nobody's really my enemy and really nothing to quarrel. So I was just like, I'm just hope I'm out, because they said they don't really have a mechanic. But I don't really want to act. I was like, well, I asked her straightforward, the lady I spoke with, gonna be like inside of your ranks or something I'm looking to be. Oh, I just want to hire you. I'm like, all right. For me.
Good. Maybe they'll pay you well. Walk me inside. I know you're probably comfortable in a garage, but I much prefer to be in here. But I can have a seat. Sorry. We need to work on manufacturing some new chairs. Chairs are cushy, but they force me to sit in an awkward position. I don't like being so formal. Sit back and relax, kick my legs out. That I slide right out of the chair.
True. I mean, just to manufacture something where they can put your feet up sometimes, You're running around all the hot sand all the time.
I once knew a royal family that had a man that was so dedicated to them that when the prince sat in his chair, without a word, without a question, without hesitation, his attaché immediately was on all fours beneath his feet. That was his footrest. Very awkward at first, but after a large number of conversations with not only the prince, but with Cavallo, I came to understand that was life's purpose, and for him, it was the greatest honor he could have, was to serve the prince in any way needed. I stopped looking at it so bad. It was a very interesting thing.
What a humbling story, sir. It's more like you'd think, though, that's kind of wild. Why would I ever get on my hands and knees for somebody? But
I think it's degrading. Most people look at it and imagine immediately that, oh, you're degrading that man. That man spent his life happy because he was allowed to do so. It completely baffled me at first, like I said. After talking with him many different times, I came to understand that he was completely authentic in what he was saying, and that his upbringing, he had nothing, was from a very small family, no one of notoriety, and this was his chance to make his family name something to be proud of. He did it with great joy.
Yeah. Kind of like how I try to live my life, being like, not leaving myself above others. That kind of like touched my heart a little bit because that man's he's just humble. He just wants to be happy. And like something so small can be great for somebody else. Relate with that.
For me, I think I already told you, for me, it's the family. I don't need anything spectacular. I just need my family that I can depend on, healthy and safe. My life is, I don't want to say complete, but my life is happy.
Yeah. I tried to get somebody tried to hire me for just running a compactor in the deep desert for them for like a day or two, just getting spice. I politely declined because I didn't think that maybe I just wanted to do that. Like, you know, like running a torch on vehicles is a lot something that's better suited for me. That person got really upset that I didn't want to run that or do that. Thought, well, that's not my life. Is I relate to that man because he's just humble as vehicles. His humble was just being a helpful footrest.
Indeed. Although might I suggest it is an experience if you have never done it before. Be out in the sands, compactor. It is a bit of an adrenaline rush to know that there's something
Yeah.
out there that may come for you at any time. You hear the sand rumbling and feel it beneath your feet. It's an interesting. It's quite a situation to be in.
Okay, for just between you and me, I don't do it in the big part of the deep desert, but every time I see this tiny bit of purplage out there, sometimes I go for it too, because like I said, beer's important. Sometimes I need a little bit more, when I can't find the facilities.
You have to do what you have to do.
Although the worm out here is like, he's not as big.
Yes, I don't believe they're as big here as you'll find out in the desert. Not only that, they seem a little more aggressive out there. I don't know if it's their size or simply the travel that they have to do. Perhaps the amount of spice that's out there drives them to be a little more wild.
I thought, it was like, like if you just think that, like, what is spice really? You ever understand that? What it actually really is? Exactly.
It is something along those lines that I don't wish to think of. I just know that it makes great things. It does amazing wonders. They're hard to explain. Quite similar to something I used to be fond of that I've distanced myself from. But I used to quite enjoy. You would probably not know what I'm talking about, but it was a plant called a crimson lotus. When ground into a fine dust, quite an experience. Look, it was Sayer's fault. It wasn't my fault.
Yes, it was there.
My brother was quite a party animal, and he insisted every once in a while that we come have fun with it.
I mean, you gotta do sometimes, and it's totally understandable. If it's worm poop, I've got another thought too. The stuff that you find, the treasures, and that you find in the sands. I think that that's a petrified worm poop because that's where the gem is, So every time I know the Landsrat people and the houses like that gem sometimes particularly, and I just giggle to myself because I get handing them petrified worm poop in their hand.
Wonder if the spice effect is magnified because it's like petrified or heated or something.
No, you should. I was about to say, go grab one and put it in your mouth. See how it tastes.
No.
God. Ah. He's conveniently not hearing us.
When it comes to drugs, and you don't want to know about it. I don't get it. I'm having a very hard time facing people today. I don't know why. My feet want to go the other way.
No.
Yes, that happens to me too. The boots. I think it's the boots, like the soft step boots. I think the cloth gets stuck in like the rivet or something.
I've been having the same type of problem because I was flying over the Besh and Hold area, and then as I flew back, landed, and as I walked out, lady said, "Have a nice day," and maybe it was just too much spice in the air from the flight, but it was like these deep cavern holes in the ground, and then I was just slipping in them, and I had to like go back in, collect myself, close my eyes, and then, you know, it was a spice, I think, because it was all bitter.
It does some interesting things, I will say that. Raven was speaking of a giraffe and some great battle taking place.
I've seen that.
She tends to see things that we normally don't. Oh, I'm used to it from her, but some of the things she said she saw were rather wild.
Did you ever see the giraffe?
The amount of spice she's taken, I imagine she's seen a great number of things.
I haven't seen any of this, and I'm really curious too.
Give me a second.
All right. Found anything good out there anymore? Something like maybe I forget her name. I'm sorry. You're sitting across from me, and you're so beautiful.
His name is
Haley.
Vega.
Say it again, ma'am. Aylis, isn't it you that found the whole buggy in the sand? Did you find anything else out there interesting? Oh. That's I'm starting to be curious on what I'd find, you know. I stopped a little bit, and the only out here, and the only thing I found was like some dried worm poop, a little bit of solari, and some old boots that were like really worn. Or I think of this, like I like to think of these fun theories just to entertain myself. Sometimes I write them down in stories. I should start selling these things that I come up with. You think all them things that you find in the sand are what the worm couldn't digest, and he just like, choked up or something after he ate somebody as they were zooming across the sand, or their or their carrier, they get too close to the worm. Yeah, I mean, try to hide your face if she said that.
I feel like probably a lot of those things you're finding. You did get the job done. I think a lot of those things you find, maybe those worms come in with such force. I imagine sometimes they don't manage to catch the whole vehicle or ship, whatever it is, bite it in half, and all of the shrapnel that goes flying and all of the shards of metal and pieces and everything just end up all over the place. Possible that too.
True. Of course, all of it. Now I'm just coming up with a story for my entertainment.
Play with it.
Yeah, it's always a good thing. I have a feeling you're gonna have to get sleepy in that chair.
Oh, okay. Hey, Vega, I think
Maybe
you're
not.
beautiful.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I have something for you.
I mean, thanks. So, I've been doing sweat some of my clothes and something, and my legs stick to it. That's awful.
How are you?
Yeah.
It is not beer, but you should quite enjoy it.
Oh, all right. Is this Raven's coffee?
Yes.
Oh, I'm excited.
I figure you said you've never seen anything. I figure drink some of it, and you're bound to see something. It was not too much for you.
Oh no, it'll be fun. It'll be like one of them. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it for at night, whenever there's all the colors in the sky.
Yeah, I was gonna say make sure you wait until all of your work's done.
Of course. There'd be if y'all hear cackling and giggling from like that direction, you'll know what I did.
I don't know if we'd know. I hear that quite often coming from the slaver camps. A little maniacal, perhaps a different tone to it.
Oh no. That kind of tone. But thinking that maybe I'd start working on the vehicles. I gotta get going soon.
Yes. Let me I'll get the assaults down here. And one of you take her into the garage. I think one of the buggies has been used a good bit. I'm not even sure if the other two have made use of him. But yeah, you can take a look over him. I'll have if you want to bring your assault down, Rhaegar, or she could take a look at it, fix up whatever needs fixed.
You ever like in your impressive driving, Sinji, that you do like the donuts around the worm to try to get him to go in a circle?
I would never chance that. Even though my brothers and sisters get on me all the time about trying to just here we go. They get on me all the time about trying to chance it with the worm, but I'm never gonna try and do
all right, whose fault is it? So is this your fault again?
And I'm in here with Lady Noelle. It's not me.
Fault again?
Look.
All right, an idiot.
I don't have any blood bakes on me. They're mostly all full.
Yeah, Sierra never wants free blood.
Mine looks up too.
What are you doing? Oh, good job. About to say, I know you're not repairing your vehicle.
I was just looking at making it look pretty before she started.
That's fine. Just about to bonk you over the head.
Trying to make it look pretty. I actually like the color.
You fond of the? I think they call it's like a red and blue kind of. I think if I would put the name for the pattern, like the Dasher.
I don't know that I've seen that one. That one's not bad. Find anything that is black and white, I would love to see it.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I was kind of curious, about like maybe kind of swatches and stuff of houses, what they would particularly look like,
There are a few interesting ones, but of what I've seen, I haven't seen anything that is to my liking yet.
It's fair.
Look at I have rainbow colors on all of my chopper.
No, if you curious to see him too.
I imagine this is in a little bit rough shape. I had her out and ran her pretty hard yesterday to get everything we needed back from the desert before the storm kicked in.
That I was getting on. I can always tell how people fly, or how they pilot their ornithopters. Exactly how their style that they are, by what parts are most damaged in it. I don't judge. It's just kind of, it's almost like a hobby of mine, just how to see what kind of pilots I'm repairing for.
Oh, you're in trouble, Taylor.
Hey, Kaylis' piloting is fine. She just tries to fly them without any fuel.
Huh?
Sorry, I took a lot of fuel with me to the deep desert for that.
Okay, good.
There's nothing wrong with running out of fuel. The best thing ever is when you challenge yourself of how well you can glide into your bay without breaking the glass on the other side of your wall. That's challenging. But
Why don't you tell her where you landed? Tell her where you landed. You're gonna Ignore the fact that Dune was part of the spice trader. Ah.
I've only ever had one situation, and I found out very quickly I will never make that mistake again. I was up visiting the Sentinel, getting a close look at the architecture on it, and I decided that rather than climb all the way back down, I was going to jump in my ornithopter and make my way back down. I jumped in, I started it up, I went over the edge, and the pressure at that altitude sucked all the gas right out of it, and it just nosedived. Yeah, I think the Sentinel is well up over 1,000 meters up there when you get to the top of it. I didn't even think about it until I was on my way down. Well, I hope I can glide this thing safely. I managed to land it, but it was quite a scare.
Act like I haven't played it. You act like I haven't played in that before. I most definitely have played in it.
It got me kind of excited to try it because, you know, sometimes I'm already curious to get my head out of the garage. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't real nervous about it. Right? It's good advice. I mean, it's all right. All your ornithopters look in tip-top shape. If this is yours, Mr. Frey, you need to be careful with your generator. You ride those thrusters really hard and overheat your engine, and your generator has to kick into
Now you
gear
know who
to
I
cool.
get that from. Now you know who I get that from, Lady Noelle.
I will have you know, I very rarely overheat them. I am very much conscious of getting every bit we can out of what we have. I took an old one. I took an old one, and I've run her into the dirt until she's about ready to break.
Right.
I have overheated a good handful of times. Yes.
Yeah. That's the only thing I say that I'd like to say as a safety tip for you guys. Other than that, you guys are really good pilots. I mean, all your parts are very well taken care of. I mean, your engines are really good. So, your wings, now a few of you guys like to flip your wings and swirl in the air, because I can tell what side you favor to the most because you put more wear on one side than the other. That's just you having fun. Well, be careful. That means that you're gonna have one side go than the other.
Maybe next time you're by, I'll have you replace the generator if she's still holding out.
No problem. I'll remember to bring one by. I'm starting to slow to get more parts like that. I've noticed a lot of things that the most things that I have to keep on hand are generators and engines because that's the first thing that goes in these, especially if you're taking advantage of the glide. But why wouldn't you know? Because this is what these are made up for. It's the glide.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I say that the spin in the air actually helps you sometimes. So if you ever feel like you need to land and you would do so instead of putting so much pressure on the chassis, I would say that if you could slow her down by spinning, sometimes the automatic thing for these wings to do is fold. So if you can fold and you can roll, then these are really good holes, so they're not going to break apart on you too easily. Yeah.
Not doing
In
loops.
doubt, roll.
I'm talking about
Yes,
doing
you could.
loops. Like you go up high, hit the thrusters, and dive really fast, and then pull up as hard as you can, and just keep pulling. And he goes, you move straight up in a circle and back around.
Never done that. Never tried that before.
It's a combat roll. So if you're ever gonna
It takes some practice.
have a good amount
Mine
of
went
speed.
fine with the assault though.
Yeah. When you're about to hit the sand, you just pull back. Pull back as hard as you can.
Oh, wow, that's about to give a girl a complex. I jumped over the thing when I landed. That thing hit the ground and the whole ground shook. I am not that fat.
Oh no. Sand.
You get it though, don't you?
Done.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Always a pleasure, guys. Oh, I had to watch out. No, you still got some time. They don't even really drop right here, do they? They drop a little bit further down.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes
Aye.
they drop right here. Yeah. Just
About to.
Each people, more and more, right? They don't have the same routine.
Think you like that
Wonder
combat?
that
As I said.
Yeah.
Alright.
Why were you not paying
Bet.
attention?
I was meditating again.
What
myself from La La Land.
Come get me.
Okay. Well, you keep hold of it. So if it needs repairing, let me know and I can fix it. No, what?
Okay, this one drop.
Which one?
He's
I can imagine.
Yeah.
These are all done.
down.
I'll wait for you to go to bed before I ask the carrier to. Hold on. They've already
No,
played.
there
Let's see
is,
the Ludus.
there is one still up there somewhere.
Where's he hiding?
Somebody's gonna end up getting them.
I'm up there. It might be in the housing.
They shouldn't be able to get through any doors.
Oh,
It's moving
Three
on now.
here.
I think.
He may have ran off and hid behind the rocks.
Oh,
To check out the Ludus that I built.
all right. Well,
Yeah, I love it. I love the Coliseum. It's beautiful.
is this what you're constructing?
I love it.
Ooh. Starring, and we're going to have a tournament to
Peace.
get people here.
Oh,
To practice our